I thought it was interesting to chat. Of course, this is our good to the morning show, although it's 5:33 p.m. here in Barcelona. I want to read to you guys. I love, I love reading Proverbs. If you follow me, we talk about reading a Proverbs a day in the Bible, that is. We talk about the Jesus Calling book, and we just talk about stuff that's just really, really good. Because in the world today, we love talking about the messy tea. Everybody loves to talk about the messy tea. And you guys named this the good tea in the morning, where we just basically talk about positive things that will help impact our day. Hey guys, good morning, good morning, good morning. One thing I love to talk about is wisdom. One thing I love to seek is wisdom. I remember when I first read the Bible, and not first read the Bible, but first read the story of Solomon. And I just always was like, man, like I valued how young he was and successful he was, and the thing that he was wise. And so I instantly understood that, everything else you get, but wisdom isn't so normal, isn't so common. It's something that you have to seek, right? You have to seek to be wise, and then you'll make wise choices, so everything else will come. So you don't have to chase success, you just chase wisdom, right? And so that stuck with me a long time ago. And so that's one of the reasons I'm obsessed with learning. And it's not just learning so that I know a bunch of random stuff that's useless. It's learning, understanding, and then applying, and then doing it over and over and over and over and over again, because that helps us in every area of our lives. So if you're watching this, thank you so much for joining. I'm Lakeisha Michelle. What's up, what's up, what's up? You guys, I'm coming to you guys live from Barcelona. Hey, Tamika, what's going on, Mama? David, Barbara, Diane, Michelle, Jennifer, Demetra, what's up? Hey, guys. Good morning, Remy girls, Nitris, Siobhan in the building. So, Cynthia in the building. So let's get into it. So today is, you guys know how this works. Today is April the 2nd. So if you actually go to Proverbs chapter 2. Good morning, Devon. And good morning, Erica. Hello, hello. Love y'all. What's up, y'all? Okay, so make sure y'all know that the class that everybody keeps asking me for, it's happening this week, about creating your online course. So make sure you stay tuned for that. That is noon central today. How are you? I'm wonderful. I am in Barcelona looking out my window and enjoying my mentor, because she's creating some magic. And so, yeah, I'm having a great time. Definitely blessed. I'm very excited today because I went outside and I did not use my GPS. What? Winning. Because if you know me, you know I stay lost. So I was very proud. I was like, oh my God, I got home without panicking. And I didn't know where I was, but I knew and I figured it out. So that's exciting. So let's get into Proverbs number 2. Let me find my favorite version, because when you play with different versions, you get deeper understanding. So when you're reading, guys, make sure you try different versions of the same story, because I mean, for me, it definitely helps me break down and understand. And again, we don't want to read just to know a lot of stuff. I'm not religious at all, so all y'all religious folk might not want to follow me. But I do like to get understanding, and I do like to see things from different points of views, and and so yeah. So Proverbs chapter 2 says, my son, if you receive my words and treasure up my commandments with you, making your ear attentive to wisdom and inclining your heart to understanding. So it says that make your ear attentive to wisdom, which means that if you're attentive to something, like a mother is attentive to her child, she's looking after, she's caring, she's paying attention to the details, right? And so the same thing goes for when we're seeking wisdom. Guys, wisdom, it is common sense. Wisdom will give you common sense, because what'll happen is the more you seek to understand, you remove like emotions and outside stuff that we like to collect as humans, because we're super human. And then you just start to like go, oh, I understand. And because you understand, you're going to make a different choice. And when you make different choices, you get different results. And so the more you seek to understand, hey guys, what's up, Byron? What's going on? So the more you seek to understand, I mean, things just get a little less complicated. Not that you won't have problems, because I do believe that problems are opportunities, and that for me, I love Jesus. And I feel like the whole very existence of the whole purpose is that we're here to prove God, right? And so you prove that through overcoming, through using your faith, through being triumphant, right? And so, yeah, you're going to have things that come up. but it's just about how you respond to it. And so wisdom tells us to respond, not to react. And so, for example, if you woke up this morning and your spouse said something crazy, wisdom tells us don't spaz. Now, Keisha, she wants to spaz. Keisha wants to cut you, okay? Keisha's going to want to do everything that has nothing to do with wisdom. Like walking around Barcelona, people, like I was just at the restaurant and this lady just like cut me off. Keisha wanted to be Keisha, okay? But I know that, you know what? Let me just use a little wisdom here. And it will require you to be the bigger person. It will require you to go high. Like Oprah just posted that video where they asked her why she doesn't respond to the idiotic things that Trump says, right? She was like, why would I give him my energy? That's wise. So here's the charge and challenge for us today. How can we be more attentive to the moments that happen in our life where we should apply wisdom? Right? And it's a lifestyle. It's not something that you're going to do overnight, but that's how you get common sense. You live every day, something's going to happen every hour, every minute. But it's what you choose to do in those moments that develop a muscle. You know, there are some people who develop a very reactive muscle. You ever hear people say that, oh, so-and-so is a hothead, or so-and-so is this. They give you titles, right? Because it's a practice. And wisdom is a lifestyle. Making those wise choices is a lifestyle. And you don't always get it right. There are plenty of dumb choices that I've made. But in general, the more I seek to gain knowledge and then understand it and then apply it, the easier my life gets. Like when I go to sleep, I sleep good. Like I'm not concerned about certain things because wisdom helps me. And wisdom, guys, everybody has access to it. Everybody has access to it. That's the beauty of really just having a spiritual relationship with God, right? Because it's different. It's not, I'm Christian, so I wear this and I listen to this. Well, the way I grew up, it was very rigid and there were rules that had absolutely nothing to do with my relationship with God, right? And so the more I seek God, the more I seek to understand the word and apply it to my life, the more I can find true peace, the more I can actually begin to trust in scary moments, right? And the more I begin to use wisdom in my communication, in my business, in my personal life. And so wisdom becomes a leader spiritually. It's an inner leader. And everyone has access to it. And so as we go throughout our day today, let's just take it hour by hour, like minute by minute for some, right? It's like something's always going to happen. Like there's a law, I don't know how to properly say it, but there's some law that says what is going to happen, like what could happen happens, right? It's basically saying you kind of like, you know, you think it's going to rain, it probably will. So instead of complaining about the rain, how can I get wise? How can I prepare for the rain, right? Does that make sense? Like how can I just take these opportunities, these blessings every single day that I'm alive is a freaking blessing. I saw the video yesterday of the lady, I don't know who she was to, I think his name is Stefan, who recently has been, you know, who's shot in his grandmother's yard. And such a tragic story, but she made a statement and she said, she was just explaining like the horror that her family is experiencing. It's trauma. She was like, what you see, basically saying like, you see a thug, you see this, you see that, but what's actually happening is there's mental illness. You have people that don't know how to communicate, that have no support. They don't know how to navigate through these things. And I look at that and I'm like, gosh, like they're trying to navigate a brutal murder. The brother, there's one brother left. There were 3 brothers. One is left. Both of the other 2 were shot. And we're alive. It's just that simple. I'm alive. I may be alive and sick. I may be alive and just a mess, but I'm alive. So today I have another chance. And everyone wasn't given the chance today. Everyone isn't able to do whatever you're doing right now. No matter what we see, today is the best day to be alive. For everyone, no matter your race, your color, your gender, like it's the best time. Even though people try to make it sound like, you know, it's the end of the world, it's the best time to be alive, right? Because you have choice. And that's what I love about God is that he gives us choice. And every day you wake up, you get to decide who you want to align with. You get to decide, what rules you're going to follow. You get to decide what no longer serves you. You get to decide, you get to choose. And that is amazing. That is a blessing. That I just find immense gratitude. Like literally when I was walking down the street just a minute ago, I was like, oh my gosh, like I'm in Barcelona. Like my life could have been totally different. My biological mother said, I found a family for you. Like that means I wouldn't know my family. Like I would have been somewhere else in somebody else's family, giving up, right? But God saw different. There was an intervention. So there's always something that could have happened, but it didn't. So today, let's choose our mindsets. Let's choose wisdom. Let's choose wiser choices. Like even if you think about, okay, let's talk about finances. If we look at finances, like every day you have a choice. You can always, when I was growing up, it's just normal for everybody to be like, oh, I'm broke today. Oh, girl, I'm broke till Friday. It's such a common statement, right? Or when I was growing up, my mom really was like, we don't have money for that. It was always, no matter what you say, we don't have the money for it. And so you just develop these rules, right? And so fast forward to my adult life, I had all these financial, and I'm still learning my financial stuff. But it's like every day I have a new choice on how I'll spend. So that's using wisdom. So yeah, I might have messed up yesterday, but today I actually get to choose to do better than I did yesterday. Choose to do better than I did an hour ago. That, my friends, is insane. That is a blessing. That is awesome. You could literally have messed up 5 minutes ago. And then in the next 5 minutes, you choose a wiser decision. And day by day, choice by choice, you get better. So many times I've made the mistake of focusing on the biggest picture. And so in my actual present moment, I make, irrational choices, or I overlook something because I'm not applying wisdom. So remember, let's seek wisdom. And if you read Proverbs, it's all Proverbs is talking about. And there's a million rules. I just love the book of Proverbs because it just really gives you sound, basic, common sense. Like it gives you some real common sense. It says, make your ear attentive to wisdom. Incline your heart to understanding. So basically that's telling you to build the muscle, right? To seek wisdom, to seek to understand in every area of your life. Like what would your life look like if you actually got the knowledge and went through the day seeking for understanding? Like what would your current relationship look like if you, instead of just going off and just going crazy on the kids or going crazy on your partner, what if you just sat, before you respond, you actually just, let me understand this person a little bit more. What would your work environment be like? Like what would your relationship with yourself be like? Because a lot of times we can be so hard on ourselves. And that the strongest voice in our mind, we're always talking to ourselves. So like, what if you just actually said, let me understand my patterns. Let me use some wisdom. Wisdom is common sense, y'all, and it's quiet. And so when we have a lot of confusion in our lives, we can't hear wisdom. And so that's why the scripture is saying, seek it, look for it. Like seek to understand, seek to get the lesson, seek to apply the learned lessons so that you don't have to keep going through the same thing. Like there is a light at the end of the tunnel. It says, if you seek it like silver and search for it as hidden treasure, then you will understand the fear of the Lord and find knowledge of God. Here's what I love about God. God is the original creator, right? So if you think about it, in the beginning, God created heaven and earth. That's the first thing he did. So a lot of times we're seeking all these things, fame and success and blah, blah, blah. And if we're made in his image and likeness, that means we're just as creative. We're just as powerful. We have the same thing. We're just like that, right? But you can't see it if we're just caught up in a bunch of nonsense and we're not looking to elevate. So my charge is, how can I be wiser in small areas? Do it bite-sized so you don't get overwhelmed and start going crazy, right? Getting ready for the array, yes. Hey, Margaret. What's up, Margaret? Proverbs, yes. I love the book of Proverbs. It literally has been changing my life forever. When I just decided that I'm going to read a chapter a day years ago, it's just, and some days I don't read a chapter. I switch to something else I want to read. But like whenever I don't know what exactly I want to read, I just go to Proverbs. And Proverbs 2 is all about wisdom. So I'm not going to sit here and read the whole chapter to you guys because I really want you guys to start having fun reading this stuff. Like when I was younger, I didn't like reading the Bible because I was attaching my experience from a child, the Bible and church, and people were religious and they were mean and they were two-faced and backstabbing. So the Bible was in that arena with all that stuff. And then I said, you know what? I'm going to give it another try because what I do know is when I try it on my own, it doesn't really work. Anybody know what I'm talking about? Okay, so whatever you call the higher being, I love Jesus, okay? So I pick up the Bible and I said, I'm just going to read it like a storybook. And I'm going to get the lessons from the story because that's what the Bible is. It's a storybook. There's people, there's experiences, and there's lessons. And if you put them in your life, what I know to be true so far, so good, is that they actually relieve stress. They give you peace. They give you a joy. A lot of you guys ask me like why you're so energetic. I truly believe that's God. Like that's God in me and God is in you. So you get to be the same way. Isn't that exciting? Like we have life. You have whatever you have right now. It's better than the next person. It's always somebody doing worse than you. And we always have choice. So no matter what we see with our eyes, if we hold on to our visions, if we seek to understand and then apply, there's always I mean, you're still here. You still got time. You still have time. Everybody doesn't have time. Every time you take a deep breath, somebody lost their breath. Somebody took their last breath. Come on, y'all. I see. That's it. Yes, it was about forgiveness. Thank God. Right. Good morning. I needed this word. Yes. Erica says amen. Oh, yeah. Murphy's Law. Okay. Murphy's Law. Right. So that's it. That's it. Just seeking wisdom, guys. It gives you peace. It gives you understanding. You begin to understand people. And people going to think you strange because you're not going to react the way you used to react. You're going to think you strange. Like, oh, God, I'm really getting soft. Right? That's what you think. That's what I thought. Because I'm like, there are days when I used to just be postal. And the more I read, the more I study, the more my heart is softened, the more I'm just seeking to understand, the more I look at people react and I just go, okay. And it really helps you, especially all my business people out there. If you're in the customer service business, the more you read Proverbs, the better your business will be because Proverbs goes from A to Z about how you're supposed to treat people, how you're supposed to treat yourself, how you're supposed to actually work, okay? It teaches you how to work, how to save, how to invest. It just gets your entire life. So I definitely invite you guys to read it and enjoy it. Look for these, there we go. Moral of the story. Read it and look for the lessons. That's wisdom. That's wisdom. That's wisdom. Today is the day God blessed us with the perfect word. Exactly, Gloria. I love it. What's up, Mbell? Reading God's word is a daily must. Exactly. Like make it a rule. Make it a rule to wake up and go to bed with scripture. It just makes people think like they be like, you're so hyper, you're so this, you're so that. I don't know. It's so calming. It's so relieving. And initially it wasn't. I had to train myself because I was so in my mess, like whatever's happening that, was stressing me out. But then I realized like, if you just keep looking at the word, it keeps saying, don't stress. I'm like, okay, don't stress. And what I do know for sure is sitting here in front of this camera today, how many times anybody been there when you was about to get evicted and you was stressed out all night? Like, oh my God, I'm getting put out. Oh my God, it's the end of the world. Oh my God, I'm just so stressed. I can't pay my car note. Oh my God, I can't pay my light bill. Oh my God. Anybody ever been there? Because I know I have. Give me some emoji hands. Give me some hearts and let me know. And if it's just me by myself, thank you. Thank you. I see you guys. Thank you. Right, Devon. See? And exactly. I love the honesty. Let's celebrating your honesty. Like he says, I'm in it right now. Or it might be girl. I don't know if that's Devon or Devon. I don't know. And I'm scared. But see, the whole thing is that it's not like you're not going to be scared. Like I have those moments. But it's a muscle. This is why it's a practice. This is why we have to talk about this every day, every night. Every day, every night, because life is real as all outdoors. So right when I feel like I'm super super spiritual, boom, I get hit with a brick. And in that moment, that's how you grow in faith, because you have a choice in that moment. In that moment, it's like, okay, just overcame this thing and now it's this thing. What do I do? Do I revert back to, oh my God? Or do I say, oh my God? See, oh my God can go two ways. Oh my God can be like, oh, it can have stress to it. It can have anxiety to it. It can have worry to it. Or it can be like, oh my God. Like, my God. Y'all know that song? Who sings that song? My God is awesome. He can move mountains. Keep me in the valley. Hide me from the rain. My God is awesome. Hey, awesome. Come on, you don't have to be when you're not. I mean, it's just because he is. IS is. It's already done. You already are a winner. You win. Like, that's the way it goes, right? And the more you can train yourself to believe that, because how many people are watching right now can remember a moment that you thought you weren't going to make it, but then you made it. And now you're here. And maybe for you listening right now, easy for Keisha to say she's on a live stream in Barcelona. I know. Right, Erica. I see you in the comments, y'all. Y'all lit in the comments. Right, strength when I'm weakened. I love that song. Look that song up today and just play it and chew on those words. And I know it may seem easier for me to say, but think about it. You've made it through something. So the same way you did make it through that, you can make it again. Ty Tribbett has a song. If he did it before, he can do it again. Same God right now. The same God back then. So if he did it before, so if you went through it before, then you can go through it again, because it's the same God. I'm just saying. Can I get an emoji dancing? Can somebody give me some emojis? I'm just saying. Thank you, Margaret. Hands up. Steve said, preach, Lakeisha. I mean, it's just the truth. And so it's a practice, guys. It's a practice. Can I get practice in the comments? Let me see a bunch of practice words in the comments right now. If you're committed to practicing, I'm not saying be perfect. I'm not saying be somebody who can quote all the scriptures. Y'all know I will quote a scripture wrong in a heartbeat. Okay? But can I get you to commit to practicing applying the wisdom? Practicing, it's just practice. Like, everything is practice. That's it. And the more you practice, the more you trust. And relying on God doesn't mean you don't take action, right? Because when I was growing up, it was like, I pray about it and see what happened. And nobody took any action. Wisdom is using resources that are placed in front of you. Right? Right? Practice, practice, practice. I love it. 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 I had a great faith moment this week too. Yes, Sehar. I love it. And we walk by faith and not by sight. We walk by faith and not by sight. We walk by faith and not by sight. And faith is something that is intangible. I can't say, here's faith. Because a lot of people have faith in money when money can fail you. I can't say, I don't know. Faith is not really tangible. It's spiritual. But boy, oh boy, practice. Exactly, Tamika. That's what I'm talking about. If you're committed to practicing. I love it. I love it. I love it. So that's all, guys. I mean, just read Proverbs. Look for, it has so many yummies. So many yummies. It's just talking about seeking wisdom. Wisdom will give you common sense. Wisdom is looking at, you might be in a situation where it's financially, right? You're like, okay, you're looking at how much money you have, and then somebody come by and say, you want to buy some shoes. Or wisdom is in that moment going, you know what? I'm going to be fiscally responsible, and I'm going to say no. And I'm going to trust that when the time is right, I'm going to be able to get a shoe equivalent to that or 10 times better. That's wisdom. Somebody's going to say something to you today, and then you're going to say, you know what? I'm going to let you make it, and I'm going to walk away. That's wisdom, because you avoided confrontation. Because the Bible says you can't make peace with an angry man. So if someone has a point to prove and they're upset, why am I going to waste my breath that God gave me? That's not promised. Why would I waste it? I'm not. I'm going to go bye-bye. right? That's wisdom. So every day, every minute, every hour, let's just seek to be wiser and wiser and wiser. Marvin Sapp, I'm stronger, I'm better. Like he says, I'm wiser. When I look back over everything that I come through, I'm a little bit wiser. Had to pay $2,400 in insurance, made the commitment before knowing where the money would come from, but then remembered a savings account I forgot about. Right. Because you made a faith move, Sehar. It's a faith move. And what I love about that is that you're talking about insurance. That was wise because so many people, when I was growing up, so many people said don't pay for expensive insurance. Like expensive was like $100 some, $200 a month insurance for my car. And so I took along the beliefs of everyone else that insurance is a ripoff and I'm not going to pay for expensive insurance. And then I had a wreck. It cost me more. So what was expensive was the wreck, right? Think about it. So Sehar, that was a good move. I could have lost my business license and have not paid. Exactly. So you used wisdom. Let's celebrate Sehar. Let's celebrate Sehar. That's the thing. Is wisdom is a day-to-day decision type thing. Like the more we have life, because life happens, the more you have the opportunity to make wise choices. And so today, I just challenge everybody to look for the moments where you can just make wise choices. So like I said, when I was growing up, they was like, just get liability. Well, liability is great each month because you're looking at what you lose. It's a lack mentality. So you're like, well, I get to pay less every month until you have that wreck and you got to get your car towed because you ain't got no insurance. Or Sehar made a smart move. We're celebrating her because she got insurance and she could have lost her business license. So would she rather have paid the $2,400, which feels like an ouch? Or would she rather have lost her business? She has a 6-figure business. Would she rather have, like, threw it all away? No, she made the smart choice. Wisdom is smart choices day by day by day. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm just seeking to be wise. And if you don't know who Solomon is, look him up. He was super, super wealthy, a lot of businesses, extremely wise. And even when he messed up, he came back to his wisdom. So it's like wisdom just carries you guys. And wisdom is God. Like wisdom is your intuition. Wisdom is that thing that said, girl, don't you do that. Girl, you might want to sit still for a second. It's a quiet voice. You got to listen for it. You got to be attentive to it. You got to look for it. So I'm challenging each and every one of you guys to make wiser decisions as I try to make wiser decisions. Like I made a stupid decision to ignore like certain business principles, right? Until I shouldn't ignore them anymore. And it was like, oh. And so then you got to play catch up. Thank God I can afford to catch up, but Jesus, you just never know. I love it. They're saying congratulations to Sehar. So listen, we're going to be wise. Read Proverbs chapter 2 today. And that's our good tea. Common sense comes from studying and applying the word. And don't read it to be religious. And God's going to say that. None of that. Just read the word for the word. Jesus was not doing all that extra jumping and dancing and entertaining. It was just, here's the story. Why did Jesus teach in stories? Because he wants you to get it. He wants you to understand. He wants you to like learn the lesson and apply it to your current situation. So the more calm, the more you can understand. It's perfect. It's perfect. Perfect. Exactly. Wisdom is the key to smart. Right. Seriously, it's common sense. Like so many things are common sense. Like if I had have known not like there's just so many things I didn't know. And then when I learned, I kind of was young and, kind of, it was just, I'm young, I got time. And you just make a lot of stupid choices because you think you're young and you have time. And, you could just be further along if you actually just was chilling and used wisdom. So wisdom is for everybody, for any age, and you can start at any time. So I challenge you guys to start being wiser. Think before you do something. Just take 5 seconds and go, wait a minute. All right? And go for it. Like, make your decision. Like, whatever it is. Maybe it's to sit still. Perfect. You did a wise choice. Maybe it's to take action. Perfect. You made a wise choice. But just make sure that you seek to understand. You seek wisdom before you make choices, right? And the more you do it, the more you'll just be calm and peaceful. And that's what most people are looking for, is happiness and peacefulness. It's not in things, right? Because those things can be replaced, but what actually is in your soul and your heart. And so the more you seek it, the more you attain it, and life just feels much better. All right. Because I'm teaching you guys how to create online courses and create webinars and make you a dough, like turn your side hustle. If you want to turn your side hustle into your full-time job, you can do it. Took me about 3 years to do so. This is my, I think this, I'm 2015, 16, 17. Yeah, so we're going into the year 4. And I am now fully working from online, creating courses and teaching and just creating my art, whatever that looks like for the day. And so I want to teach you guys. One question I get all the time is, how do I make courses? How do you do webinars? How do you do this? So I'm going to show you guys, those of you who are ready. Okay, so eat your Wheaties, get ready, because I'm going to teach you how to do it. This is going to be a course. It's going to be online, so I'm going to teach you all the ins and outs. When I first started, I did not know any of this stuff. I had to be up all night struggling, trying to figure it out. And I'm super excited to just share with you guys my formula that I found that is, shout out to my husband. I love it. I love it. Congrats. I love it. I love it. Congrats. So yeah, we're going to be talking about creating your online course and webinar. So if you have something that you want to turn into a class and you want to sell, I've been able to, thank you, Jesus, I've been able to stop doing hair from behind the chair 2016. And then all of 2017, I worked full time from anywhere in the world. Time and location freedom, a little over 6 figures for my income from the internet. That's a big deal for me because I know how to make regular money. Like I say regular, like as in, as a beauty professional, that's easy. But to actually do it from the internet was a dream, and I figured out the formula. And I'm like, it took me 3 years, but I did it. And I definitely am excited to teach it now, just because it's proven, it's solid. It's my business has grown every single year that I've been online. And I started it as a side hustle. Okay, so listen, I paid it for 1 million classes, like 1 million classes, 1 million books. I'm gonna give you guys what you can do directly, teach you how to market the class and how to create it. So I will see you guys at noon Central. Meet me back here on YouTube Live or Facebook Live, noon Central. You do not want to miss it. I don't know about you, but if you want to turn your side hustle to a 6-figure business, you might want to be here. Even if you just want to make an extra $20,000. One of the classes I'm doing this week is to show you guys how you can make an extra $20,000 in this year. Like, I'm gonna give you what you can do. You got to plug in the numbers and do the work. But I mean, for all my hustlers out there, you want to meet me here. So I'll see you guys noon Central. I am Lakeisha Michelle. This is Good Tea for Life. Signing off just for now. See you later.